Hey guys, what's up? Kilo here, and today is a particularly special day for Division fans everywhere. Today the 1.7 patch was released. It came out this morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and on different varying times across the globe, which now introduces things such as global events, classified gear, contamination activities, and new vanity items, to include the new face masks that are full face masks. They don't just do what the common or high-end or gear sets do and just cover your mouth anymore. They're full-fledged face mask. And what I'm here to do, guys, is to give you guys a little bit of an introduction, a little review of my day one experience so far with 1.7, and tell you guys how everything works from what I found so far. So stay tuned. The first huge update to the game are global events. Global events are modifiers for the PvE world and PvE activities such as storyline missions. For example, the activity modifier for this month is headshot damage and contamination. If you look on the map, you will see that these missions are highlighted in purple. These purple events offer you guys the chance to earn global event credits, which you guys can then turn into the global event cash vendor. It'll take 1,500 to get the one with the highest amount of loot possible, which is the possibility of a named gear item, an exotic or a classified gear set item. You'll usually get between 2 and 3. An exotic will drop as your third activated item drop bonus most of the time, but I've only gotten about 15 to 20 of them, and I've only got about 4 or 5 exotics from them, and they've been ridiculously low rolled. So don't be thinking that you're going to get an exotic or a classified gear item every single time that you get one of these. That's not the case. You have to grind it out. You have to do the time in these global event missions. When you arrive at a particular mission, the difficulty selection will appear. From there, you will select your difficulty and modifier. The harder the difficulty, the more you earn, and the faster you get classified gear sets. I.e., basically, you do it on the hardest difficulty with the hardest modifier for the hardest activity, and it'll give you the most global event credits, which then you can go back to the global event vendor, and he will give you will trade in your global event credits for that cash I was talking about earlier. The best rated caches cost about 1,500 credits a piece and offer you the higher chance of getting the classified gear, unlike the one that only costs 900, which doesn't really offer you the chance at classified gear. It's more aimed toward giving you named gear items, so you might want to stay away from that. The missions themselves in detail vary depending on which ones that you do. Missions such as Amherst Apartment, The Crypt, Napalm Production, you guys can solo those very easily. I did a whole entire 20 mission rotation between the 3 of them, and they weren't really that difficult. But when you guys go up to missions that you would do on challenging, such as Refugee Camp and the Incursion Dragon's Nest, you will need a team. You will need a team that works well together with them. You can't, in Refugee Camp, honestly, you guys can be a 4-man group, and you guys can try and, worm your way through it as best as possible. It's doable on Refugee Camp. On Dragon's Nest, though, it is a completely different story. With Dragon's Nest, you need a cooperative team that has a healer. Like his main stat, he has every stat poured into his electronics, because that mission is all of what makes Dragon's Nest hard, plus the actual activity modifiers on top of it. So basically you're losing double the health, which means that you'll need a good healer, or actually 2 or 3 good healers to make it through it. So everybody needs to have their lunchbox on during that one, and turrets to slow down, a bunch of enemies heading at you. Dragon's Nest is about 2 things: crowd control and heals. So if you have a guy out there that has a really great tactician's build that can just skill haste through multiple lunchboxes, you will do absolutely well. Reclaimer is not a bad a bad build to be having either, because in my personal opinion, Reclaimer is more versatile because it gives you all the stat bonuses from the lunchbox: ammo, immunization, revive, while Tactician's Authority, you're only stuck with one skill from the actual lunchbox. So it may be faster and it may be more dependable, but it lacks variety and versatility though. As before, I mentioned classified gear being dropped in these global event caches. Here's how it works. Basically, if you have a 4-piece striker, you find a 1-piece striker that's classified, it will have a little vanilla envelope looking symbol on the very right of the little square by the symbol for the actual build set. That means that it is a classified gear set. These classified gear pieces have increased stat bonuses and percentages and stat numbers than your normal gear set items. So if you do find one, I would hold on to it, because you don't know, we don't really know yet what their full capabilities are. They didn't show off every one of them in the PTS for both console and PC. The only ones that we really got a good look at is Striker, and Striker looked broken as hell. So just keep that in mind, guys. Basically, what it does when you have the 4-piece gear set, you add 1 piece of classified gear. It adds one more bonus to your gear set. Striker, you add that 1 piece. I'm not really sure what it is, because I haven't found any Striker in particular. The only thing I've been able to find is a bunch of classified Deadeye gear sets, which I have not even looked at yet because of the fact that I'm not using my Deadeye build. I just put it in my stash to, put on that character later. So basically 4, then you have 1 more 5, then you have 5 bonuses. When you get the 6th, you'll have 6 bonuses. So you can roll around with a 6-piece. Now, the kicker to this is that I'm not sure yet if you can use a 5 or a 6-piece in the DZ. I am not sure about that at all. I haven't explored inside the DZ yet. I haven't used any of the classified gear yet in the DZ, so I don't know what in particular you can do with them in the DZ. I'm thinking that you can just take your 6-piece build with the 2 pieces of classified gear in there, and you basically have better stat rolls. I don't know if the DZ nerfs the actual stat percentages when it comes to the classified gear or not. I don't know about that. I'm not a PvP guy. The whole entire focus of my channel is to have fun at the game. I'm a loot grinder. My friends have said openly on my stream, guys, that I'm a loot whore, so I do it for the PvE, not the PvP primarily. In addition, though, to classified gear being added, there is a particular gear piece, though, that you need to look out for. If you've heard of an item and you're relatively new called the Ninja Bike backpack, the Ninja Bike backpack is a unique exotic. It used to be absolutely horrible. There was nothing that you could do with it to make it good whatsoever. Basically, you had the backpack because it looked cool, and if you had stat rolls on it that were actually halfway decent, it boosted your 3 primary stats. I can't even remember what the hell the old description of it used to be for what it added to your actual build. I think it was like more geared toward DZ, because when the Ninja Bike backpack came out, Banshee came out, and everybody wanted to, do the whole entire Banshee build during 1.2 or 1.3. So it had something to do with the DZ. I didn't pay any particular attention to it because, like I said before, I'm not a PvP guy. I'm a PvE guy. But what it does, basically, is the Ninja Bike backpack acts as a way to boost up 2 different particular gear sets that you have on your build. So you have 6 pieces of gear that you can put into your build. You put the Ninja Bike backpack on. Let's say that you have 3 pieces of Nomad and 2 pieces of Striker. Basically, you get the 4-piece bonus from Nomad, and you get the 3-piece bonus from Striker. Which, with Striker, it's stability. For the 2-piece, 3-piece is enemy armor damage. The 2-piece for Nomad is the 15% health on kill. Then it's Nomad's Resolve, which slowly heals you over time until you're at full health. And then the Path of the Nomad, obviously, basically when you receive that last fatal hit on your life bar, you get rejuvenated to full health. So you have all of that combined into your build now, because the Ninja Bike backpack combines both of those gear sets and gives you an extra bonus on top of that of what you have for the actual gear set items in there. What I'm gonna do for right now is I'm gonna group together all the small little things, such as the accommodations and the vanity items. Basically what accommodations are is they're little patches that you can obtain by completing certain objectives in both the Dark Zone and the PvE world. For example, there's one out there where you kill 500 cleaners, and you get a little patch for it that has a little cleaner on it, and you can basically put it on the right shoulder or the right arm of your agent. It's basically a way to show off your accomplishments and things that you've done in particular within the division and the world. Every time that you complete a phase of a combination, it gives you a encrypted gear piece or an encrypted key piece. You need 10 of them total to make an encrypted key. So every time that you complete a stage of these various combinations, you get a piece. Complete 10 of them, you get a key. Then you can go over to the premium credits vendor, and you can actually buy a premium credits cash, which then gives you access to new clothing, new emotes, new weapon skins, new backpack skins. There's just a whole lot of them now out there. I don't even know how many of them are out there right now, but they look pretty freaking cool. I've gotten a lot of them so far. Basically, if you're a season pass holder, you already get 10 of them when you start off the patch. So that's something to look forward to. You have the possibility of, like I said before, rolling weapon skins, backpack skins, emotes. As for the vanity items themselves, they're pretty much based off of gear sets. Like there's a Seeker one, even though we didn't get the Seeker gear set because it was broken during 1.6 PTS and they didn't want to put it in the game yet. There's a Deadeye one, a Tactician's Authority. There's a sweet astronaut one that I really want, because you can actually preview these items when you go into your collections under your accessories for clothing. You can actually view the different collections of the premium vanity items, and there is a sweet looking astronaut one that I really want. I want to roll around as freaking an astronaut around here. That'd be so dope. So guys, to end off this review, basically 1.7 is pretty fantastic. If you're a PvE grinder like me, you will really enjoy this patch. One little note, though, about the global events. They happen once a month for 7 days, and they will keep on rotating that by a month basis after the maintenance period for that month. So as soon as maintenance gets over in the middle of the month, then the global events will start for 7 days. So the global events pretty much start on a Tuesday once every month, either the second or third week of the month. We don't know when they're going to actually set it in stone yet. That was not in the patch notes. Little minor note, though, before I get off here. Deadeye has been nerfed. You can no longer get 100% critical strike chance when you are standing up. The only time you can get 100% critical strike chance is when you are in cover. I'm going to try and toy around with my Deadeye build to make a cover. Not a mobile cover, but, I'm going to try and do something with it, man. That Deadeye is one of those things that all the PC people complain about, and I'm pretty pissed that it got nerfed, because I like playing as a sniper sometimes, and I hate Sentry's Call with a passion, so it just doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't entertain me. Sentry's Call never entertained me, to the fact of being a cool build to have. So guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this little review, me talking about it a little bit. If you guys are new to my channel, I thank you guys for showing up yesterday morning for the drop of 1.7. It was pretty awesome seeing all of those people in there. I have my Instagram, my PSN, my Twitter down in the description. So if you guys want to get more personal with me, then you guys can go ahead and do so. If you guys do join me and send me a request on PSN, I automatically put you in my Kind Kilo sub feed, which then you get to talk to all of my subs. They're all together. They came up with the idea, or a couple of my subs came up with the idea. I just implemented it because they all wanted to talk to each other. So if you want to meet some cool people, then that's a way that you guys can do that. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. If you could, please like, comment, and subscribe below. You guys are the best community ever for what you guys have done over the last couple of days, and I cannot thank you guys enough. And I will definitely see you guys later. Peace.